Hey Leo, welcome to your card of the day. We're setting the intention for February 15th. However, it might not be February 15th depending on where you live in the world. Might be a different date. You might stumble upon this outside of that date. So really, honestly, this is just the next 24 hours from whenever you see this message. But we're going to set the intention here for February 15th for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we're going to see, and Venus as well. And we're going to see what message is coming up here for the Leo collective. Next week, we should be back to our regular format. Unless you guys prefer this daily format, you let me know. Oh, Leo, this is not surprising to me at all. Your card of the day is the Page of Cups. Why is this not surprising to me? I'll explain. I mentioned it to you guys in yesterday's card of the day. We have the full moon in Leo happening the 16th, which one could argue technically tonight, okay? So, this full moon in Leo, some of you Leos might be feeling this particular full moon energy more than other full moons because it's in your sign. And so with the full moon in Leo, it's bringing us into our heart center. It's bringing us into our personal relationships, love, connection, that emotional intimacy, right? It's very much about the heart. And for me in my readings, some of you have heard me say this previously in other videos I've posted. The Page of Cups for me in my readings comes up a lot when your heart chakra is opening up and you're experiencing those emotions that maybe it's a little too much to process right away, right? You were closed off in some ways, or there were just certain things that you didn't want to deal with, or you weren't ready to receive certain gifts, and now your heart is opening up to release and to receive these gifts, to release, to make room for these gifts. And so we could be sometimes with the Page of Cups, for me in my readings, a little bit emotionally overwhelmed. And so the Page of Cups comes up to say, look, take a light-hearted approach. Try to make time for play. Try to make time for play today. Okay? I know a lot of you might have really big goals. Some of you maybe are doing some really heavy shadow work and you're like, oh, full moon is going to happen in Leo. Let me do all my shadow work. This is a good time. And I love that you're working on clearing yourself. But play is just as important as the release. And sometimes we have to have the balance, right? Sometimes making that time for that little bit of play is going to give you stamina to keep pushing through the remainder of the release. You might feel a little bit overwhelmed today, and that overwhelmed feeling might tempt you to self-sabotage, to push something away, to turn something down. Maybe you're tempted to quit a job because you're feeling like you're not good enough to do it, or you shouldn't have accepted it, that you don't deserve it. Or maybe you're running a business and people are starting to reach out to you and you're getting overwhelmed and saying, I don't know if I can handle running a business. I don't know if I deserve to have clients. I don't know if I deserve to charge people money for products or services. And so we might be feeling overwhelmed and tempted to push these things away. If you find or maybe it's a relationship, or some of you, you've been dating somebody or getting to know somebody, you're like, I don't know, I'm gonna let them know that this isn't working. I'm gonna let them know that I'm not ready, that I can't date right now. This is just the heart being overwhelmed. So before you go shooting yourself in the foot, before you go pushing away some blessing, try to make time for rest. Try to make time for play. You don't have to push it away altogether. You don't have to come to a full stop. You can slow down. You can take a break. And then you can pick it up again later. Okay? So be cautious that you're not pushing away your blessings or your gifts because you feel overwhelmed. And make time for playfulness. Some of you Leos might be focusing on rebuilding or healing a relationship. Maybe it's a relationship with your children. Maybe, during them growing up, some stuff happened and maybe your connection with your kids has been kind of rocky and you guys are trying to work it out. Or Maybe it's a relationship with family or with a significant other. You might be really looking at your personal relationships and trying to heal something, and you might be tempted to really approach this like, we got to talk about the issues, we got to talk about what's bothering us, we got to talk about what happened. And yes, you do, but sometimes people bond and let their walls down and open up and share a lot more about themselves when they feel comfortable and close to somebody. And sometimes that happens through playfulness. So it's good that you're making time to talk about the heavy things, but this might be a good time to set aside time to do something fun together. Maybe this is a good time for a playful date that's not obligatory because of Valentine's Day. Or maybe this is a good time to come together and have like some family outing or family activity, or go on a picnic or do something fun or play a game. So try to incorporate playfulness. It's going to go a very long way for you. It's going to bring powerful results. Be sure to check out your moon, your rising, your Venus, and see what messages come up for those areas of your life. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, you can schedule at calendly.com/amethystangelite. I will have another card of the day for you guys tomorrow, and then the plan is to return to the regular weekly format next week. But you all let me know in the comments. Maybe some of you are liking this daily format better. As always on my channel, the majority rules. When the people speak, I will do my best to follow through and provide. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Take care, Leos. Be well, my dears.